thank everybody for tuning in. This is Street Talk TV podcast, and this is a show for the people and by the people, and where everyone is a correspondent. Because that really takes us to the next topic with, you know, people being canceled and losing endorsements. Okay, and I'm gonna take it a step back and bring everybody back to the Epstein case. For one, because the Epstein case has basically been quiet since I guess the police, I guess captured his accomplice, that the young lady that was with him. It kind of went silent. You haven't really heard anything about that case with that young lady for real anymore. And that was supposed to be a real big situation, very very big situation, major. And then all of a sudden, you got Ti and Tiny come out the blue with the accusations that's was made about them, and all that stuff that everybody knows what they're going through right now. And do y'all feel that that's uh some real situation that's going on with them, as they're really blowing that up to be, and then the Epstein situation kind of goes cold? What y'all kind of think about that?
At the end of the day, like, I want them to keep the same energy that they kept with Bill Cosby. I want them to keep the same energy that they did with R. Kelly. I want them to keep the same energy that they now doing T.I. and Tiny. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
the Epstein stuff, they just put that, it was big 1 second, and then it just got real quiet. And now T.I. and Tiny is alleged that one of their charges already just got dropped. And then supposedly another one just supposedly picked back up.
uh-huh.
But I'm like, this is a continuous distraction. This white man is going to pretty much get away with what he did and that girl did. And we're not going to think nothing of it because we're going to be so worried about more of the soap opera-ness of T.I. and Tiny than what's going on over there. So,
Yeah, I agree. What you think, C?
I agree with explicit. I really just think that sometimes it's gonna be stuff that we just don't understand. It's gonna be stuff that happened behind the scenes, that we just would never know about.
Yeah, that's true.
The Tiny case, I don't know. I'm kind of biased about that case because I feel like they're grown, and if women consent to doing things, third party, fourth party, then I don't see what the issue is. But I mean, I don't know all the details and stuff like that.
yeah, you dealing with little kids and then you talking about grown adults. You a grown adult, you come in my room 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning with me and my wife, or or me and my husband, or something. Some ain't gonna be right. Like, what you thought? Cookies and shit.
But you remember when 50 Cent did the whole, running on the Chris Brown hotel situation. 50 was showing that all these girls basically was in the hotel room without Chris Brown, basically waiting for him to come to the room, I guess, whenever he came through. But he clearly showed this, and it's all over the place. And I should try to pull it up, but it was all over the place, and he had clearly shown by the behind the scenes of probably how a lot of these situations go sometimes. So it brings me back to the Ti and Tiny situation.
Now, I mean, I've been in a couple situations where I've, behind the scenes at the clubs, behind, at the after parties, and everything. And girls know what they about to do themselves when they want to follow their entourage.
Mm.
Some of them even take one team and be messing with the bouncers or the security and they whole little entourage just because they could just say that they was there in the whole mix. I mean, so I don't think they and then there's a lot of drinking. There's a lot of drinking. There's a lot of drugs that is
Right.
behind the scenes.
Come
Some
with the
people
turn.
just can't know how to handle what they do. They can't handle what they do, and then they feel stupid. And the day after, like, I can't believe I did all that. No, the alcohol made you do all that. You thought you was a big girl, you could handle yourself, and then got caught up in that world. That ain't nobody else's fault, but that. It's a horrible game that people play, especially when people are out here really getting sexually assaulted. You know what I'm saying? Like, we take away from their truth because there's other girls like this that's doing the stuff that they doing. So it's hard to kind of, you feel bad for some girls that really was in that type of situation. But when you got these girls always just going off the celebrities, it's like you just doing this.
It's kind of hard to determine true victims and women who actually are in clout and fame, right? It's a lot of influence out here when it comes down to the basketball wives, Love and Hip Hop. People, they see how they come up off, Love and Hip Hop and a Cardi B and all these Instagram girls and stuff like that. A lot of women just want to be down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad to say that some women are willing to take that risk to be down and chase the clout. But it also leads back to, like I said about the Chris Brown thing, it all leads back to lifestyle. Certain people live certain type of lifestyles. T.I. and Tiny, they like swingers or something. So I mean that might be a whole different type of lifestyle of enjoyment. We see it in the movies, how they used to, Pandora's box and all this other stuff, and a lot of drugs and stuff were, involved, and all these different things have happened. Like, we can't act like their actions is a surprise when we see it on the TV all the time, especially the old school movies. Like,
Yeah.
these old school movies, that's all they display to us. So to act like this is a surprise is like, yeah, it's wrong as shit. And once again, these are the people that we idolize. So it's going to be an extra blow up thing. It's I actually heard that his new single, he talked about the situation. I haven't heard the new single yet. Maybe you can pull it up, E. But they actually said that he talked about the situation in his new song. Have you listened to it yet?
No, tell you the truth, I didn't. I did. Of course, I never.
It's like we have to catch up to stuff that they're already doing. So it seems surprising to us, but that's not what we do. So we wouldn't really know. Like, it's not going to seem normal to us because that's not the lifestyle that we live. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That might be actually normal to them or something.
Not to discredit any of the victims with any of this stuff, but we just shedding another light from the other side of the table. On both sides. So no discredit to anybody that's ever been through anything like that, of course. But just like Explicit was saying, a lot of these girls do know what they're doing before they even get into a lot of these situations. And I agree with that too, Explicit.